So here at the beginning of this video, I'm going to show you the blink block, which in my opinion should be a staple of every player. You can decide whether or not that statement has any validity to it after watching. Watch the minimap. His character is going to flash, then I react with the block. That's the blink block. This is possible because there's a delay between when the flash happens on the minimap and when the push actually occurs in the game. The big benefit here is that I'm saving force. Rather than just holding my block and waiting for push after push and losing force, because you're going to be losing force if you're just holding your block, here I'm just reacting and I barely lose any force and it comes right back. Now obviously you have to see them on your minimap in order to see their flash in order to block, so keep that in mind. Don't go trying to block people that are kind of to your side or maybe even behind you. Here in this next part, I'm going to show you the difference between standstill energy regeneration and moving energy regeneration. First, we're going to do standstill. Let's count it off here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe 5.5 seconds. So let's look at moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Definitely longer. You can see that without even counting. You can see with your eyes. At least I hope you can. So keep this in mind. I don't think a lot of people know about this. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. I just make these videos hoping that someone's learning something. So here in this clip, I'm going to show you how to do the fall breaks. Fall breaks is just essentially you're just eliminating that point when you hesitate when you land on the ground. I hesitate right here. See, at that point you can't really do anything. Your knees cripple. You can't swing your saber. You can't push or jump or sprint or anything really. We want to eliminate that, of course. We want to land smoothly. Maybe we can do that with a sprint, which I try here and fail. You can't do it. Obviously, you fall there at the end. So how can we land smoothly? Well, one way is to slow run. I'm going to assume everyone knows how to slow run, or most people, but just in case you don't, you have to select your force power, and then you just sprint normally, and you hold your block button. Or you can tap it to just do a little tap, which I do right here. That was tap of the slow run. Now, you can hold your slow run all the way down if you want to, or you can just tap it like I did, or do something like kind of in the middle. Doesn't matter. You'll find your sweet spot and how you want to do it. You can also block, though, which I believe I do right here. I'm going to block for just a second and then resume my sprint. And you can see I landed smoothly, which is what we want to do. Here's a cool fall break with Vader, which you can do with float. First, I'm going to show you the hesitation right here. Now you can see that was worse than Luke's hesitation. The reason being, with Vader, I jumped off a high building rather than with Luke, where I fell off a high building. So jumping is worse than falling. Keep that in mind. Here comes the float break right there. You can see it was super smooth. And that's the big benefit here, is that you can maintain your mobility. I also like to use this float break with Vader, though, as bait. People love to push him in the air to get him to waste his force. You can fool them into thinking you've wasted your force, and then you land with the float break, catch him in a choke, and get a free kill. Here in this clip, I'm going to show you two more fall breaks with Luke, the first being an aerial. Here's the hesitation. You've probably seen this fall break before, but just in case, here's your example right here, aerial and land, super smooth. The clip's going to play for a little bit. Don't worry about it. Just listen to what I'm saying. You want to alternate between pushing L3 and tapping R2. Think of it like a manual car, like alternating between the clutch and the gas. Here it comes right here. I'm alternating between pushing L3 and R2. You don't want to sprint, so if you're sprinting, you're doing it wrong. Once more, here it comes. L3 and R2. If you need to rewind, please feel free to do that. Here in this clip, I'm going to share something with you I've more or less stumbled across these past few days. It's pretty cool how you can still learn things after all these years, or at least I think it is. Keep an eye on my block here. It's pretty quick. Now look at my force. It barely goes anywhere. We're doing the blink block here again, but you can compare this clip to the beginning clip and you can definitely see there is a difference. The difference being that here I am pushing L3 to cancel my block rather than tapping R2 to cancel it. And actually I'm pushing L3 like really fast right after my R2. I don't really see people doing this. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, I don't know. I figured I would share it regardless. Just a quick recap. Blink block, I believe, like I said, should be a staple of every player's game. Hopefully you agree with me after watching the video. Standstill force regeneration, of course, is much better than moving force regeneration. Keep that in mind. It'll help you improve your force conservation. Fall breaks, of course, I'm sure most of you already do them. Just in case you don't, incorporate it into your style. Once again, I hope this helped, and thanks for watching.